Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me? You always were one for fancy words.
Alrighty, Outlaws, dust off your revolver and poncho because we are exploring the Wild West in Red Dead Redemption for the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. 2004 marked the launch of Red Dead Revolver on the PS2 and the Xbox, which instantly became one of the greatest Western video games of all time. A year later, in 2005, the sequel, codenamed Old West Project, was originally shown to Sony members as a tech demo for Rockstar San Diego's game engine, Rage. After the tech demo, the game began to spark interest. Now, 5 years later, Old West Project, now known as Red Dead Redemption, was released on May 18, 2010, and is developed by Rockstar San Diego and published by Rockstar Games. And let me stress the fact now that Red Dead Redemption is one of the greatest Western games ever made, up there with classics like Sunset Riders and Gunsmoke. Like with Grand Theft Auto, there is such anticipation that gets your heartbeat racing faster and faster as you wait for the game to install and load. Luckily with Red Dead, this install is fast and load times are pretty quick. Let's start by getting into the story. It's the early 1900s and things are looking grim as the era of the cowboys is coming to an end. Once a former outlaw, John Marston,
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
is called to duty when federal agents threaten John's family unless he comes and works for them. Delivering the wrath of the law while trying to bury his past, you set out as John across an open world to kick ass and take names. Bounty hunter style, baby. There's a scene at the beginning of the game that I absolutely love where John is sitting in the middle of a couple old ladies gossiping and a wealthy father and his inquisitive daughter asking him about God and religion. John sits in the middle, so out of place, just listening. I love it. Right then and there I fell in love with the characters and I was only 5 minutes in.
Between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
The voice acting and script is fantastic. It is so well written that not only did it give me goosebumps, but it also gave my favorite Western movies a big run for their money.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
As a matter of fact, Red Dead Redemption is just as good, if not better, than my favorite westerns such as Tombstone, Unforgiven, Appaloosa, and HBO's Deadwood. As you deliver your outlaw justice, you will be judged greatly off honor and fame throughout the game. Based on your actions, you will either be honorable or dishonorable. The choice is yours. You can do good deeds by helping townfolk. For example, one gentleman will ask you to help him guard the town at night alongside a dog. When you spot a cattle thief, blow him away and be handsomely rewarded. Another part in the game, a crying woman asks for your assistance to find her missing child. Or you can do bad by robbing banks, which will tie into your fame, and of course if you kill civilians or innocent horses, well, that's never good for your rep. It pays to be good though, because townsfolk will come to you and pay you to help them, and you even receive discounts from the shopkeepers. And whoever said nice guys finish last? The first part of the game you will be doing a lot of helping around with Bonnie McFarlane to pay her back for saving your life. She will have you assisting with everything from shooting rabbits that are eating her crops to killing coyotes that are killing her chickens. From here, the game begins to really open up when you meet with the sheriff in Armadillo and start assisting him with crime in the town. Also, as you wander the Badlands, you will encounter side events like this one here, where you find an old man injured and laying on the ground. You have to ride his horses and rush him into the nearest town hospital, all while avoiding enemy fire. A large part of the game's transportation system involves horseback riding to get from point A to point B. When riding your horse, you can gallop by tapping the corresponding button to pick up speed. Careful though, too much speed and your horse loses stamina and will buck you off. I can't tell you guys how many times when I was playing this game I got kicked off the horse. It actually got pretty funny. What I find really cool is that when you are near another character you are riding along with, you can hold down the button to match their speed and pace. Also, as you're riding or walking along the town, you can hold down the corresponding button that will focus on key characters and events that are taking place for you to witness. A vital element to the combat system is Deadeye mode, in which time slows down, giving you the upper hand to blow your enemies away. It's very addicting and satisfying, if I do say so myself. Use Deadeye strategically though, as your meter will drain and you will have to wait for it to refill. One of the many things I love so much about the original was the quick draw mode, where time slows down and you mark pinpoints on your enemy's body that you want to shoot. Then time will speed up, shooting all those pinpoints. Oh mama, if only you could see the smile on my face right now, guys. Quick draw mode is featured once again in Redemption. Along your travels, you'll encounter hunting challenges which allow you to earn rewards in the single player and multiplayer modes when you hunt animals. There's over 30 different animals spread throughout the game for you to hunt using bait, binoculars, and a hunting knife. With a game this enormous, you'll be happy to know that you can set up waypoints. Now, what waypoints allow you to do is at any spot in the game outside of the towns, you can create game saves. This also allows you to quickly travel from one town to another. This feature makes it a breeze to get from town to town pulling off missions. There are tons of multiplayer features divided into two modes, free roam and competitive. In free roam, you can round up friends online to form a posse to take on challenges as well as fight against other gangs. You can set out with your posse to find gang hideouts and ambush them. Also in free roam, you and your posse can do a little male bonding and go hunting. This is an extremely open world, so be sure to have a headset to communicate with your fellow gamers. Tired of working together and just want to kill each other? Then mosey on over to the competitive modes where you will find challenges, free-for-alls, and gang matches. Through Rockstar Games Social Club, members can get exclusive unlockable content for the game as well as take part in live multiplayer events through Xbox Live and the PlayStation Network and more. To get in on the action, go to socialclub.rockstargames.com and sign up for the social club. Redemption is so massive and there's just so much to discover and so many side events and fun things that you can do in this game that, simply put, nor myself or the Spotlight episode can even come close to giving Red Dead Redemption the justice it deserves. So run, don't walk to your nearest retailer and buy this kick-ass game. Hell, steal a horse if you have to, guys. Red Dead Redemption is a game of epic proportions, and coming from the same developers of Grand Theft Auto, you would expect no less, with the massive environments, rich characters, and an immersive story. Really, the only tough decision you're going to be faced with is deciding which version to buy. Europe and Australia received a limited edition of Red Dead Redemption, which includes the full game, the Deadly Assassin outfit, the Golden Gun weapon pack, the Warhorse, and the originally scored soundtrack of the game. There is a NTSC special edition that has most of this content. However, it was a pre-order only item through GameStop and is very hard to come by, so you'll probably have to eBay this special edition. Special editions aside, technically you can still get all this content, it's just spread out through DLC codes and exclusive versions. For example, the Warhorse is an exclusive Best Buy PS3 version. But if you just want to play this game, mosey on over to your local retailer and pick up the standard edition. Until next time, this is Jim Combs saying, no matter how tempting, try not to go on a town killing spree. The locals don't take too kindly to killing of the innocent. See you next time on Video Game Saga Spotlight segment. Be there or be square.
They up there right now?
Well, it was a group of 4 men rounding up Mr. Gulch's livestock, and none of them looked like any of Gulch's hands, so yes, sir, right now.
That sarcasm's most unbecoming, Eli. It's gonna hold you back in life, even worse than your lazy eye. All right, let's go.
Well done.